Well, Evan, obviously not the way you guys wanted to finish this one out, but did you feel like you played a pretty good game through most of tonight's contest on the score sheet a couple times?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel like with St. Thomas, it's a lot of run and gun. So I feel like just as a team, we did a good job kind of diminishing their threats there and maybe got kind of nipped a little bit on the back end with stuff we don't normally find to be our troubles, whether that's like breakout turnovers and stuff like that. So overall, a lot of stuff to like clean up, obviously, but felt good at some parts of the game for sure.
Did you feel like in a 1-0 game at the end of the second period that was going to be it for the game, or did you feel like this was a game that had the potential for more goals?
Yeah, I mean, these guys, like I said, always play a little bit of run and gun, so kind of always got to be on our toes in terms of their guys being threats. They got a lot of speed up front, but yeah, I mean, obviously we want to keep that number low on the back end, so it's something we'll be thinking about tomorrow night for sure.
Some good chemistry, obviously, with your line today and with Rhett and between Groller off the post. Did you feel the chemistry was good as far as on the ice and the plays that you were able to make?
Yeah, I felt like kind of obviously last Friday getting shut out, we felt like a lot of us kind of clicked on Saturday, whether that's just kind of a lot more communication in the locker room, trying to get on the same page as each other, working for each other a little harder. So I definitely felt like that was evident a little bit tonight, and yeah, we're trying to keep building on that.
Third period leads have been so automatic for you guys lately. You just have always finished those games out. Is it kind of a reminder tonight that even as many times you and as successful as you've been in those situations, that it's still really hard to win a hockey game, to a 1-goal lead, to hold on to it like that?
Yeah, of course. It's always obviously super hard, especially, of college hockey. Like being down kind of gives those other teams that much more drive. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna keep trying to work on getting the leads early. It's a big part of that, and then just kind of holding on it, and hopefully at the end of the year we'll say this one's a fluke for sure.
You guys have, after losses, been obviously really good. A lot of kind of dominant performances. Is this a team that quickly moves on from a loss, and what do you think has allowed you guys to do that so well?
Yeah, like obviously we don't want to be in those situations, so that's kind of part of our problem right now. But yeah, for sure it's a big thing to kind of like what we talk about, like kind of if we crash the car on Friday, we don't want to crash it again kind of thing. So it's big to get points. Obviously every point matters. So yeah, we'll keep working on our Fridays and bring our A game tomorrow for sure.
For yourself personally, obviously, last year, your freshman year, there was a lot of impact in the score sheet really early. Not maybe as much early this year. I think you're doing a lot of other things well. But is it nice now to kind of get rewarded some more here on the score sheet in the second half?
Yeah, for sure. Feels good, and just kind of find that balance with rounding out my game, and yeah, like you said, keeping pucks out of the back end is a big emphasis for me. So it's nice to add, but I got to find a little bit of balance here for sure.
Yeah. Talk about where you feel like you've grown the most so far this season in your game personally.
Yeah, so for me, kind of just being able to be a better like first pass defenseman, being able to get pucks up quick to my forwards and kind of just joining the play from there, and kind of finding my offense in the IZO, as we call it, the end zone offense versus on the rush there. So just kind of settling back, kind of conserve a little more energy, get more explosive with my defending, and find offense when I can.
You had to pinpoint one or two things that have to go better in order to get a victory tomorrow. Is there anything specific that comes to mind?
Yeah. So as I mentioned earlier, kind of that like breakout turnover kind of aspect. Probably got caught with 2 or 3 guys behind the net, probably 3 or 4 times tonight, which is pretty uncharacteristic of us. So just kind of cleaning up that, so we're in sound positioning when mistakes happen, which they will, I'm sure. So cleaning up that'll be big, and then just like I said earlier, staying disciplined, kind of shutting down their run and gun, shutting down their kind of breakaway type game that they play with flying people. So if we do a good job at that, I'm feeling good about tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.